water governance in Mumbai and Bangalore and Delhi than in some cities in the United States these days.
Yeah, social science I take to be a pretty broad tent. So I'm actually trained as a social scientist, and we can think of geographers, anthropologists, sociologists, economists, political scientists. Political ecology, which I mentioned in my talk, that actually springs from human geography and anthropology and looks at a lot of water governance, water politics issues. It's a lens really to look at power, equity issues, governance issues. And so that's a pretty strong, there's a lot of research in political ecology on water, on especially urban water systems. So now whether those folks are integrating with other folks is another question. But there's certainly a lot of cutting edge work in social science on urban water.
Yeah, there's a lot of great ideas today. I guess I'm not an architect or an engineer, or I'm not one of the, in that profession, I guess. I'm an artist and a photographer and a journalist. And I guess my curiosity is kind of, it was touched on briefly by a bunch of the panelists, just sort of the idea of like public perception, sharing these ideas with like a larger community. What are some of the strategies or projects that you have all worked on to kind of share these ideas with like the larger public, like to reach out and really, kind of sell your project or to engage the waterfront, make people engage your projects? If you could just talk about that.
Well, at Cooper, there was an exhibit a couple of years ago on art in fracking. Very good exhibit. The anti-fracking movement has had a whole stable of artists who have, jumped into the fray with various kinds of formats. In terms of water conservation,